everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through our paycheck budget and how we managed to stay within the 70% range of what our income is. So if you guys are interested to see how we do this and what our numbers are, then keep on watching. So before I begin anything, I wanted to say that I am showing you guys my new paycheck budget worksheet. So this is what it currently is, but I did want to share with you guys my new paycheck budget worksheet because I have the percentage formula and everything written in here. If you're interested to get this, then check the link in my description box. It will take you to my Etsy shop, but just wanted to share that with you guys because I've actually been on Etsy shop owner for exactly a year today. So I'm celebrating my anniversary, and make sure you take a look at the coupon code in the description box as well to get 10% off. But without further ado, let me go ahead and just share what our numbers are. So how we do this in this worksheet, you will have this income section, and I put in my checking account balance. This is the available balance that is in our bank account currently after all of the bills and everything has been paid. This is what was left over. So it was $174.04 that was remaining, and that's pretty much like the little buffer that we left in our account last week. So we have this miscellaneous section, and that's pretty much what was remaining, along with like some gas money that we did not use. And then this was the paycheck that entered into the bank account, $1106.25. And adding these two up, it gives us a total income of $1280.29. Now let's look at this percentage formula. And this is really what I love about this paycheck budget worksheet because everything is written in right here for you. So this percentage formula goes something like this. You take your total income to figure out how you're gonna break down and budget your finances. So we currently live off of 70% of our income. Now, it wasn't always this way when we had debt. We lived off of 80%, and we really were very particular at where our finances and where our money went. So if 70% doesn't work for you, then maybe try 80 or tweak the numbers, maybe 85, depending upon like where you live, and if maybe you don't make enough at the moment, but just try to work with a percentage, okay? I truly believe that this works. It works for us. We're out of debt, and this really helped. So this is how the formula works. A percentage goes to your expenses. So our personal finances, we budget out 70% going to expenses. And I have written here really small, sorry if you can't see that, but it's for any bills, daily cash envelopes. Any spending that you do is a part of that expense percentage. So we're gonna figure out what that is. Based on this total, the $1280.29, we're gonna multiply it by 0.7. And this gives us a total of $896.20. So I'm gonna leave it at $896. Then 20% I have going for goals. So that's any savings goals. In our case, that goes to sinking funds in our savings account. So we are currently in the process of saving for our next house. So a part of that will be contributed to a savings account, but also we do think it's important to save for sinking funds. And these are our sinking funds categories right here, along with the vacation. I didn't have enough room, so I had to put it down here, but it's a part of savings, so it works. So all of these are our sinking funds categories, and then our home savings account. So that percentage is what the goal is, to break it up between those categories, the sinking funds and then our savings account. So what does that come to? So again, we take that total income, so it says from your total A, and you divide it by the percentage. So the $1280.29, and I'm gonna multiply it by 0.2. And this gives us an amount of $256 as our goal number. That's what we plan on using to put into sinking funds and also contribute to the savings account goal. Or in your case, if you were in debt, maybe it's you want to put it all to the debt payoff. You know, it's a split between sinking funds and debt payoff. It's your choice. You have the freedom to do that, okay? And then this last category is tithe. Now, this might be a little bit confusing for some people working this formula. I tithe off of our paycheck amount, not this total income amount. So I know I put the A, but in this particular case, we tithe off of 10% of the paycheck amount, okay? That goes to our church, or you can give it to a charity. But I truly believe that putting a donation or giving portion in your budget is really gonna help you to give along the way. I truly believe whatever you give, it will be given back onto you. So that's what we do. So hopefully that doesn't confuse you too much. I don't think it does, but in case, I just wanted to put that little disclaimer. So 10% of the actual paycheck, not this total, we're gonna take the 1106.25 and I'm gonna multiply it by 0.1, all right? And again, this is just kind of like your key, it's your guide. It's not set in stone. Obviously, we're gonna adjust a few numbers, but it's just giving you that guide. Like, we don't wanna be above 896, or, you know, hey, if we can save a little bit more than 256, great. That's kind of what that looks like. So the tithe amount is 110.62, but we always like to round up a bit, so I'm just gonna put that to 111. So that's how this portion of the paycheck budget looks like. Now, we're gonna move on to the giving. So we've already discovered what the tithe amount is. And I'm just gonna carry that right down to this giving section. And that's what our total giving is. So now we are going to move on to the expense portion. And now, using my bill tracker, which is this worksheet right here, I have it all filled in of what my paydays are and how we break down our bills per paycheck. The highlight means that I have completed that total bill amount of, for example, $1,300 as the rent. It's due on the 1st, so I had to make sure that I had the complete amount by the 25th. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in our totals here, and I will be back with you in just a minute. So I have completed the bill tracker. So I'm gonna set that aside. And now we are gonna move on to the remainder part of the expenses. So we have to load our SunPass. We have to set money aside for gas, and then we are also including a miscellaneous category for what will be left in our bank account to give us a little cushion. Let's see where we currently are with our percentage formula. So I'm just gonna add up what we currently have, including the $75. So we are currently at $535.32 with everything that we know we have to pay. So we still have a good amount to set aside for our regular spending and a miscellaneous section, SunPass and gas. So for the SunPass, we do have to load $10 for this. And then for gas, I'm gonna leave it the same as what I did last week. We budgeted out $100 and that worked really good for us for the week. So we're gonna leave it at that. And then for miscellaneous, I wanna give us a pretty decent cushion. So we're gonna budget out $120. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add up this section, so put the expense total. Okay, so $690.32 is the total. And now let's see what we have left over. Taking our income, subtracting the giving, and then subtracting this expense total. $478.97 is what we still have left to break down for our regular cash envelopes, sinking funds, and savings goals. So where are we for our 70% for the expenses? So I'm gonna take the $896 that we said was a good amount for our regular spending. I'm gonna subtract this total expenses, and then I'm also gonna subtract the $75 that we've already written out that we were gonna put towards groceries. And the reason why we put $75 for groceries is because that's what we break down for each week. We budget out $75 each week, $300 for the month for a household of 2. And that's just what's worked for us for groceries, and it's really allowed us to be very disciplined with our grocery shopping. So now we know we have $130 that can be applied and broken up. You know, it could be $130 or less into these categories. Based on our schedule and what our typical routine and habits are, this is what we've come up with. So we've decided to put $45 for eating out, $10 for our home so we can buy like cleaning supplies and all of like household items. Our pet, we're gonna load $10 in the cash envelope because we need to buy them food. And spending is getting $60. Toiletries is getting $5. Now the spending is split up between my husband and myself, so we're gonna do $30 and $30 each for our own personal like spending for the week. Whatever we wanna do, we can use that funds for that. So now let's see how we did. So the total cash is $205. Now let's see how we did to be within that 70%. Or again, you can always do 80% or 85% depending upon where you are with your finances. So I'm just gonna add up these two totals. And look at that, $895.32, we planned out $896. And now is the part of the 20%. This is the goal part of the formula. And these are our current goals for our sinking funds. These are the categories that we tend to, in the past, go into debt for. That's what I encourage you to, when deciding what you're gonna use a sinking fund or create a sinking fund, think about what is the holiday or what is the event in your life that you tend to go over budget or swipe your credit card. These are those categories for us. So even if it's a small amount that you apply to these sinking funds, whether it be $5, $10, $2, you're making progress, and that is the best thing that you can do. You are doing so much better than what you did before. If you only have $2 for, let's say, I don't know, a holiday, and you had nothing, you are that much more closer to your goal. So I just want to encourage you on that. But let's go ahead and write in what we decided to put in our sinking funds. And then whatever is left over is what's gonna be going to the home savings. So we had this as the remaining balance, the $478.97, and we have to put funds in our cash envelopes and also put funds towards our sinking funds. So let's add this up and see where we're at. So we are currently at $128 that we have applied to the sinking funds. But now we have to see how much we have to apply for the home. So we had $478.97. We're gonna subtract this envelope total, the $205, and then we're gonna subtract the $128 that we said was for the sinking funds. That gives us a total amount left over of $145.97, and that leaves us with a zero base budget. Let me go ahead and just put in the totals here. That way it doesn't drive you or me crazy. All right, there we go. I wrote in the totals, and we don't have any debt, so I don't need to apply anything to debt. So we got that covered, and now is the part where I would head to the bank and make my withdrawal, but I already did that, and let me show you what I used. So I have my cash, and I used my teller slip. This is also available in my Etsy shop. It comes in a big old page where you can cut them out and use your own teller slips to give to the teller. It makes it nice and easy. So I already wrote in what quantity of the denominations I needed and how much it comes out to be. So I took a withdrawal of $333. And now let's get to stuffing our cash envelopes. So I'm going to start with the sinking funds, which I have in this pouch. And we are going to start with anniversary. So anniversary currently has $138, but we are stuffing $20 in here. And there should be $158 after adding these funds. 158. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 6, 7, 58. Car maintenance currently has $81, but we are stuffing 13 in here. So there should be $94 in here. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4. That is correct. Christmas currently has $434, and we said that we were going to be putting $30 in here. So 464. All right, there's a 50 in here, so I have to make it work. All right, so I have 150, 170, 190, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 420, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. For my husband's birthday, there's currently $90, and we're adding 10. So we're now at $100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Father's Day for next year currently has $7, and we're adding 5. So there should be $12 in here. Gifts has $10 currently, and we are adding 10. So now there's 20 in this cash envelope. Okay, my birthday currently has $90. We're putting in 10, and that's gonna make it 100. So 10, 20, 40, 60, 81. All right, medical currently has $143. We are adding 10. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, Mother's Day for next year currently has $53, and we're adding 5. Giving us $58. So we have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Valentine's Day has $75. We're adding 5, and that gives us $80. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And then lastly is vacation. Currently has $290. We are adding 10. And we have $300 in here. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy that we have this amount of money. So we have 50, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93. All right, so our sinking funds envelopes are all stuffed. Now we have to stuff our daily cash envelopes, which I have in my cash envelope wallet. And these are the new cash envelopes that I will be using. These are also available on my Etsy shop. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. So we're gonna start with the date nights. Date nights, I took funds from my last cash envelopes and I put it in here. So there's currently $31, but from this paycheck, because we have this amount in here, we didn't find it necessary to put more in this envelope. So that's why we did not budget out for the date night. Eating out, however, we did not roll anything over. So we are stuffing $45 into this cash envelope. So there's the 45, and we just write that in here on the starting amount. So that one is done. Groceries, we did have funds left over in our grocery envelope before, but we put it towards the savings challenge. So now we have $121 that we had rolled over from our cash envelopes into our June savings challenge. But we always stuff $75 for groceries, so we just thought that, hey, let's just leave it the same way that we normally do. We had like $31, I think. Yeah, we had $31 left over from last week, so we thought that we were fine. So I'm gonna put the 75 in here. So that one is good. Home, we said that we were gonna be adding $10, and there's currently nothing that was rolled over from the home envelope. So we're just gonna put in $10 for this. Spending, we didn't roll anything over for this as well. We budgeted out $60 for that, but it's split up between me and my husband. So I get 30. So I put this in my envelope. And then he gets 30 as well, but he doesn't use cash envelopes. He has his wallet. So this is just gonna go in his wallet. Pet is getting $10. We rolled over $7. So there's currently $17 in here, which is perfect. It's enough for us to buy our dog's food for the week, because it's roughly like $14, I think. And toiletries, we rolled over $5, and we are stuffing $5 in here. So we have $10 in our toiletries envelope. But that is all of our cash envelopes. Let me know what you guys think of this worksheet, and I hope that you check out my Etsy shop because I have a lot of new items in there, and I hope that you guys enjoy them. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys!